The 5 best drop spots. Arguably the most important thing to winning more games and placing better in tournaments is the spot you land at the start of the game. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. I'll show you the 5 best drop spots for Fortnite competitive, especially focusing on Fortnite solo victory cups to make your first $100. We'll start with number 5 and work our way up to the best drop spot this season. Before we start, make sure to drop a like and comment down below where you normally land and if you're going to change your drop spot now for the next tournament. And now let's get right into it. We'll go over the 5 most important spots and what's good about them. Let's start with number 5, and this is this area down here. So generally this season, you see I picked a lot of spots in the desert area, but I chose to put this at number 5 because it is pretty contested and it's not actually that good. So that's why it's number 5. It's still a really good spot, and I marked this whole area. So the goal is that you try to land down here. This gives you the most loot. You have a slurp truck down here. That's a big plus point right here. You can land on the crane, get the slurp truck. Or if you decide to land on the other half, you have a lot of barrels here as well. So tons of shield, tons of metal, the 2 most important parts for off spawn. And the other parts are marked in case you mess up the drop, and because it's pretty contested, you might want to dip away and go to this lake right here, 3 chests right here, or to this spot down here. There's some cacti you can get right there. So overall, good area to land at, a lot of cacti, a lot of metal, good drop spot. That's why it's at number 5. Moving on to number 4. Also because it's pretty contested, I put it at number 4. Really good spot, especially at the start of the season where not a lot of people knew about it. It was way better. So down here, right away when you land, you have 5 cacti around here, instantly full shield. You have a lot of scrap metal you can break here, instantly 500 metal. And you have 5 chests right here. I also marked a bit of this part up here because it's pretty conned, you might want to dip away, land up here. 3 chests here, 2 chests here, so you can get some pretty good loot around here. Sometimes you can already rotate over here as well. There's some cacti there, so try to aim for this part, but it might be con, so make sure you have a drop map. Especially for these 2, you need to have a drop map. Don't drop here without a drop map. Completely not worth it. Comment down below if you want a drop map for it, or message me on Discord and I can make one for you. The other spots you can theoretically drop without drop map, but of course always try to have one. Then at number 3, we have this spot down here, not in the desert area, but pretty close. A lot of loot around here, not that contested. Plus you have access to the nitro rings, which can get you to zone pretty quickly. And if zone does pull over here, you always want to go into the desert for those cacti. So a total of 13 chests right here. And again, you have a lot of spots around. So I always focus on, with my drop spot, that I have some spots around the location, so in case it's really contested, you can dip away. If it's your last game, you really need this game, you need it to be good, you will have to land somewhere else. That's why it's so important to have some other good spots around here. So you have here a house with 5 chests, this lake with 3 chests, this tower, this mountain up here, and some more chests over here. For these drops, of course, always land on these 100% chests. So these chests colored in red are 100% chests, so make sure you land there at all of the spots. So you don't have any right here, and you do have these chests on the crane right here that you can get 100% of the time. So always land on those 100% chests. Again, really good spot, good rotates, you're on the edge of map. Again, as you can see, I focused on edge map spots. These are good especially for people that are not that good yet and that often get into the midst of like a third party or something, because this way you're at the edge of map, you can chill, you can get good rotates, and there's no stress. Let's move on to number 2. So this was a hard decision, which one to give number 1 and which one to give number 2. I chose to put this one at number 2 because it is more contested. As you can see, tons of 100% chests, so definitely land on this side. You get these 200% and then these 100% as well, 3, so you get 5 chests 100% of the time. So make sure you get a good drop for this. If you can get this, you'll probably win this off spawn fight every time because you'll just have a major loot advantage. And there is barrels down here, so I believe there's 3 barrels in there, and then there's more around. So you can get barrels here, plus you just have those 5 chests, so you'll have a major loot advantage. And again, in case you need to dip away, you have this spot down here. You have a cactus right here you can heal full again with. 2 chests only, 2 chests up here, 3 chests actually, and then some more down here. So tons of spots you can like run away a bit and get your loot up again. Plus you have these cacti, more cacti here that can heal you full again in case you get weak or something happens. At number 1, we have Brawler's Battleground right here. So I marked the part you want to land at. You have a 100% chest here. That gives you an instant advantage because none of the other chests are 100% as you can see. And you get 9 barrels in total here. So you get 90 HP off the bat. There's 3 in this top room right here where you can see my mouse. And then there's 3 down here and 3 more in this house at the bottom. So 9 barrels in total. You have 2 more back here that you can probably get. Plus you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests in this little area, and you can usually get these as well. Now the only downside to this spot is there not being a lot of metal, but usually this is not a problem, especially for the people I coach there. They can usually get it through mid game because you're so close to the desert. You can get easy rotated into the desert. You have access to metal plus the cacti right there, and I just chose to put it at number 1 because it's so uncontested and you can usually win it off some pretty easily. So first of all, you have some metal right here you can rotate to. Sometimes people drop here, sometimes not. So if no one drops here, 4 chests and you get the metal here. And then you can take this loot route down here. So you get all of these chests, 100% chests. Here you get a lot of ammo chests as well. So nitro and crash pads out of those big ammo chests usually right there. And you can go further to this lake. Then you can get sometimes fish, or you can just farm the metal right here, some good metal here as well. So you can get metal pretty quickly, and if you like to key, but you don't want the risk of landing redline rig because you know you don't get a good drop spot, it's a lot of people there, it's 50-50 if you get good loot. You can land here, loot up, use this nitro ring, boom, you're at redline rig in 10 seconds. So really good to W key redline rig as well. So yeah, that's over 5 best drop spots for this season. Try them out. Message me if you need a drop spot. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And good luck in the next Solo Victory Cup.